1867 at Torrance to Francis de Boissy and Madame de Boissy. They see a beggar sitting on the road, and his father teaches him how to help the needy, and he shows him how to contribute. His mother taught him how to tend to the sick and take care of them. Little Francis learning to take care. His mother taught him how to pray. From his mother, he inherited a kind, compassionate, and an affectionate heart and tender devotion towards our Lord. As time passed, Francis grew to be a young man. As a fine young man, he was in great anxiety and deeply troubled. He thought that he was condemned to eternal damnation, and so he proceeded to the chapel of Our Lady and knelt down in front of the statue. There on a card, he saw the prayer, the Memorare. He took it and earnestly recited it.
Remember, O most gracious Virgin Mary, that never was it known that anyone who fled to your protection, implored your help, or sought your intercession, was left unaided, inspired by this confidence. I fly unto you, O Virgin of Virgins, my Mother. To you I come, before you I stand sinful and sorrowful. O Mother of the Word incarnate, despise not my petitions, but in your mercy, hear and answer us. Amen.
He felt greatly relieved. Strength and confidence returned to him. Francis de Sales completed his legal studies and passed the examinations, and then he went on a pilgrimage to Loreto. He had a strong desire to become a priest. And now he is ready to reveal his innermost desire to his Father. And so he goes to meet his Father.
Father, I have a strong desire to become a priest. No, I am displeased with it. I want you to enroll as an advocate at the bar of Canterbury. Father, I feel that I should be an advocate to our Lord and not an advocate for the people. No, I will not listen to you.
Francis leaves sad and dejected. Then his cousin Louis de Sales comes to the house. There's a great discussion between the father of Francis and his cousin Louis de Sales. Finally, his cousin convinces him, and then he gives his son permission to follow his vocation to the priesthood. Francis is very happy, and now he is in the process of becoming a priest. Being born in an aristocratic family, Francis had received the best education ever during that time. He took doctorate in civil and canon law from the University of Padua in Italy. After the formal education, his parents wanted him to join the legal profession, but then he becomes a priest. And now Saint Francis is a priest and he's preaching. But people are not convinced, and so one by one they leave and go away. Though Francis de Sales did his level best to bring about the change, but people were not ready for a change. So he began to write short notices and explaining the Catholic teaching. He wrote them in pamphlets and he took them personally and left them under the door of the houses. People began reading his teachings through his short notices and pamphlets and were inspired by what he had written. And so when he starts preaching, people start coming and listen to him. It took him almost 3 years to be able to convince. And finally, the perseverance, hard and courageous work began to bear fruit. People began to come to church. They listened to his sermons and conversions followed. Francis had now become a very famous preacher. His inspirational preachings were listened by one and all. And now after some time, on 8th December 1602, Francis was consecrated as Bishop of Geneva in the Church of Thorins. And after becoming a bishop, he devoted his whole attention to pastoral work. As bishop, he preached frequently. He visited his diocese and advised and guided the priests and people with paternal care. And now, Francis de Sales is a bishop. Amidst his intense activity as bishop and pastor, he spent long hours in his study. He wrote in his personal rule, as to inner life and especially to studies, a bishop shall endeavor every day to learn something useful and appropriate to his profession. The most popular books of St. Francis and the bestseller of his times were the Introduction to the Devout Life and the Treatise on the Love of God. Francis de Sales and a sacristan are now on their way to church. And while they are on their way, they see a stranger misbehaving with a poor old man.
My dear friend, why are you troubling him? The word of God says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. What? Am I your friend? I am nobody's friend. I have nothing to do with you, and it's none of your business to interfere in my works. Do you know who he is? And why are you talking like this?
Francis holds the hand of the sacristan and, having a smile on his face, walks away and says,
You will catch more flies with one spoonful of honey than with a barrel of vinegar.
Francis, as a young boy, as a young man, used to be very angry. It took him almost 20 years to become gentle. A week later, Francis de Sales faces the same stranger.
Oh Lord, forgive me for displeasing you with my rude behavior. I am greatly sorry and ask your pardon. Do not worry, my son. I have never been angry with you.
From the above incident, two prominent qualities of St. Francis de Sales are highlighted. Francis de Sales, a friend and peacemaker, and the most popular one, gentleman saint.